Hello and welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're working on a project to do similarity analysis between tunes. For me, I'm mostly interested in old-time music, fiddle tunes, that sort of thing. There are a lot of those online. A lot of them use the ABC notation, so we're working on reading that. And as it turns out, that's it's quite a complex notation. It started out pretty simple, like just write ABC, for the notes, and grew up to have a lot of other stuff. Today we're going to look at kind of a minimal version of what they call the tune header with an index code, a title, and a key, and then the notes of the song. And I think with that we'll be able to at least process some songs and focus on the parsing code analysis we've been doing, which is a melody shape. Okay, so we're kind of approaching the ABC notation, doing a little bit at a time, and today is the day for these. So X says this is the start of a tune header. So the file consists of a file header and then as many as you want of tune header plus tune body, which may be empty. And so the X line says this is the start of the tune header. You can only have one X per tune. The line can be empty, but it really should be a positive integer. There's a lot of these shoulds in the standard for this thing. Unfortunately, should means it may not be a positive integer, so we have to deal with the consequences of that. There's a T line for title immediately after the X line, and this is a human readable title. It can be empty. Again, okay. It may be repeated, and if you have more than one, they're sort of like alternate titles. These old tunes, they often have many different titles, similar but not the same, and things like that. There's also the notion that T can occur within a tune, kind of identifying parts of a tune or something like that. We're not going to support that now. I don't know how common it is anyway. And then the K, we did a little bit of work on reading the key signature. At least we're doing the major keys now. And it occurs once, and it's the last line in the header. So there's X, one or more T's, a bunch of other stuff we don't know about, and K, and that's the header. We only support the major keys right now. It can also be empty, left empty, or the word none, which means there's no key signature defined. Okay. Let's go see what we have. All right, so I'm going to pull up, this is reference material for this ABC notation. Assigns each tune a unique reference with a positive number, indicates the start of the tune, and the tune header, only one X per tune, may be empty. Applications could manage it directly. Yeah, fine. Title immediately follows the X, human identifier, multiple titles. Yep, we don't use that. And then K was the last one. I don't know why they're not alphabetical, but they're not. Capital letter A through G. So we're doing this column that says Ionian, and we'll just accept the major key names. We've got all the sharps and flats. Okay. All these others, they're useful. We'll have to do them at some point. We're not doing anything about rhythm yet. So at some point we have to do rhythm, and I think there's L tells you which note gets one letter. And so that'll give you a time signature and something to tell you what the note length is. We're ignoring that for now, and we're just going to try and get these parsing things going. So one thing I've noticed, and last time I did code to match things, but we don't have a test for it. So I don't know. I just kind of forgot. I've only been doing it for 20 years, so once in a while you're allowed to forget. Okay, so let's add a test. Let's make sure our X works the way we expect. Okay, so go down here. Let's test X with no index number. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if we have a parser tests. Well, okay, we've done this. I'll borrow this just because it's kind of similar to what we want to do, but all right. So we're not checking a key signature, but we're doing something. So we're parsing the X reference parser. Is that? Okay. I don't know. I had a long weekend, so I'm a little lost. Okay, so once we create the object, we have reference parser there. Okay, so we can reference that. Okay, so well, let's pass in the line of string, and this will be check parse, I guess. Check X reference parse. Reference isn't the right word for that. What do they call it? They call it a reference number. Okay. I'm going to rename this too. Reference parser subline. Oh, I need characters. How did I get by with that up here? It's a string. Cannot count value of non-function ABC parser bind. Optional bind character. Reference parser. I should say X reference parser dot parse with characters. Do parse line. Okay. No. How come I didn't have to do that up there? Huh. Okay. Guess when it's an argument, things are different. All right, we're not going to use an accidental. Okay. Parsing the line. Well, the okay, reference number is ABC parse line. It is an int question mark, right? So we have to deal with the optional int case. So expected is an int question mark. Okay. And the result of a parse is a parse result. So let's call this result parse equals that. Okay, and then if, how about guard, let success value remaining else equals parse else. If we don't get a success, XCT fail. Failed parse. Okay. And otherwise, we've got the value in the remaining. Well, the value should be equal to expected. And I think remaining, we may need to judge this, but is it type of remaining? Come on. Error type. Yeah, thank you. What copy? I think that's just not waking up yet. Can I do that? Okay, so I'm saying, oh yeah, well, it apparently doesn't realize XCT fail will do that. Okay, I'm saying give me a line. Let's rename this to input. Give me input. I'll run the parser through there. I still think this name should be changed. I'm gonna make this reference number parser. Okay. All right, I guess I can do this over here. Okay. Test. Let's check reference number parser. Okay, that's better. Reference number parse it. All right. We check it should pass, so we're gonna fail if it fails. We're checking the value is what we expect, and there's nothing left on the input. Okay, so this is check reference. The input is x colon, expected value is nil. Okay, so that should be acceptable. I think it will pass because we already wrote the code. A little slow the first time. Okay, good. And we'll just make sure they're all going. I think you're allowed to put blanks in here too. Let's go find the examples. Section 13. They don't seem to. Oh, there's some. Okay, so apparently that's acceptable. They didn't really mention it. We'll get this one first. Actually, you know, I'm okay with let's say reference number parser. And let's just make one method for this. It's kind of parameterized test sort of thinking, I guess. All right, this one, x colon 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 1, 2, 3, that's my side. That one should pass, but I think this one will fail. Oh, that should not have passed. Reference number parse should be 1, 2, 3. And this should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we know that's going to fail, don't we? Nil is not equal to optional 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one passed. This one failed. Okay, it failed because we don't handle that case. All right, let's handle it. So spaces. Well, I'm going to make a new parser for spaces. A lot of people call it SP. I think I can live with that. Okay, so let's make it a match. I guess it's a satisfied character. And we'll make it be a match space. We'll do the same thing, I guess. Match colon, and then I'm going to ignore that. Match space space. Okay. Maybe space should be the matcher of that. Well, let's make it work first. Okay, so ignore what comes before, ignore the spaces, and really we only look at the 1 through 9, or 0 through 9. All right, this should pass. Good, okay. So I'm not liking the name and I'm not liking what it does. All right, let's call it spaces. And up here, we'll change it a bit. I'm going to change the name to spaces. And it's going to be this. So many characters. All right. That's about as complicated of a type as I want to put in my code. Let's make sure the refactoring worked. And then anybody who would put spaces before it would probably put spaces after it, right? Okay, so the reference parser here. Spaces before and after. So let's do this. Now this time we're keeping what's to the left and ignoring what's to the right. And I think that will work. Hey, welcome. So we're doing a program to analyze music and look for similarity between tunes, and what we're using is this notation called ABC notation. Let me skip forward to an example. It basically puts the notes as letters, and then bar lines are written as vertical bars, and so on. And there's a whole bunch of like header stuff that we're actually in the middle of learning to parse. So we just finished the X, which is the opening line of a tune, and then it's followed by T lines, and then a bunch of lines we're going to ignore, and a K line. And so we're just in the process of writing a parser that can handle the X line. And given that the test passed, make sure I'm not lost. Oh, okay, cool. My interest is in old time tunes, like ballads, old ballads, and fiddle tunes and things like that. And they use this ABC notation a lot in the sites that keep track of those tunes. So, gonna give it a go. it's an awfully complicated format, though. I mean, there's well, this is about 112 pages was what it looked like when I formatted it for printing, and I did not print it, but it's got a lot of complexity in the format. It's supposed to let you do it's used for either players or typesetting, and so there's a lot of kind of features about how it looks and so on. All right, so I think we've got the X line. When you call the parser, you get an int question mark back, and I think, well, we kind of got two choices. One is we could go ahead and do the title lines. Maybe let's do that. We'll get each parser done, but there's sort of an overall pattern to how it goes together, and we need to make that come together. And then, like, what are we going to do with all this information we're getting from here? So my answer for that last is I think I want to accumulate them in what we call a builder. So each field will add information to the builder, and then at the end I can generate the object that I want to work with. And mostly I don't know what I want to do right now for the object I want to work with. I guess I have some blips of ideas, but I'm trying to make this parsing side independent of the production side that it's doing. Okay, that was the X parser. Now we're going to do the T parser, and basically it's T colon and whatever happens after it, I guess maybe trimmed, and multiple ones are allowed. So we're kind of looking ahead there. All right, so this is the X parser. I also want to generalize this. So the the tests, they check parsing, but the input is always going to be a string. Expected is not always going to be an int. So let's let's um, let's just generalize it. T. Now I think it might infer it from that. No, cannot convert T to expected argument int. Oh, T's got to be equatable. Okay. Now this. And just because it's nil, I think it's the. Um, well, this is T value. Conflicting argument types int versus T. Do I have to pass in the parser as well? Parser is C bind of T. Is that gonna work? Cannot find C bind. Oh, that's close. Type annotation is missing in pattern. Oh, what did I call this before? Let parse equal. Okay. There's no parse. Number parser. Parser there. Okay. Cannot especially specialize a generic function. Okay. Like you should infer that for me, right? No. Optional type C bind of int question mark. Oh. Okay, that one worked. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so this now I think can become check successful parse. Okay, so we have a parser, an input, and an expected result. We're only handling successful cases. Check the value, check the remaining as empty, and do that there. Okay, so support trailing spaces on X line. Genericize the check function in the test. Okay. So that check function I think will be useful. And the next one is the T line. So the test for that is going to be a lot like this. We'll just steal this bit. So title parser, we don't have one yet, so I'm just asserting it into existence, as it were. Okay, so T, it may be an empty line. And yeah, it doesn't exist yet. Okay, can't infer it if it's not there. Okay, so we said it could be empty. So let's define, I guess we're going to go through the same kind of process. This thing, title parser is going to return strings, and I guess they are, I guess that's okay. Right. So title parser, and then this not compatible with argument type string. I guess that's going to be empty. Okay, if you give nothing. All right. Now I'm starting to worry about end-of-lines. Okay. This test is going to fail for sure because title parser is nil. Okay. Let's make one. Okay, and this is kind of, again, analogous to this parser. I'll copy it, but we're not going to do it the same way. Okay, so this is make title parser, and it yields us a string. Okay. Well, a parser equals, it's going to be T match colon, and then I want I think I really want not new line. And I haven't defined that yet, so okay. And then the result of that is going to be a string, so I'm just going to return that, I guess. I think I won't need this at all. Okay. cbind of string with parser dot parse. So it's parse method. Okay, so match t colon not, well, I've got helpers up here, but I don't have that one. Okay, so I want a function not. More like this one. Okay. And I'm not quite sure about our end of line handling, but my hope is that works for everything. Oh, whoops. That it works whether or not I have a new line character in there. Not. Let's see. Okay. All right. This should, oops, run. Oh, so it's type, I guess I can say $0. So this should match, it should give us an array of strings. Sorry, array of characters in $0, and we'll just turn it into a string. Okay. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Now this time I'm going to put some spaces in. I guess I want it to be, I want to say it's trimmed. There's got to be one. String trim swift. Yeah. Ugh. I guess it's this. I don't need the new lines. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Now this test, I think, should just pass the title. The title. Okay. All right. Now, the key parser, I think we already have that. go on these things. Again, let's check our understanding of that in terms of this. There will be a K line, E flat. Okay, I'm looking for spaces. D, D. I'm not actually seeing them. Key of G. Okay. I guess we'll be picky enough. Okay. So we've handled the three cases we care about, X, T, and K, and now we have to do the higher level. We I think we have a notes parser as well. Okay. Yeah, so the let's get this going. Okay, parse field. We've done that. Okay, parse the first. Well, let's just say parse the T field. Okay, parse the notes line. We already did that actually. I guess that was probably down here somewhere. Parse one song. Okay, so yeah, this is where I want to do. So we need to support an X line, one or more T lines, and a K line, and then some notes. Okay. And I'm not totally sure. There's just a lot here. So the file usually starts with this %ABC, then it defines some headers that apply to every tune. So by default, they're all 4/4 meter Scottish origin, and the rhythm is Strathspey, which I think is ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum kind of thing. It's kind of like a 16th note followed by a dotted eighth kind of thing. All right. But yeah, so I just want to do like the equivalent of this. I don't handle rhythm. I don't handle those less thans. I don't handle the bars. I certainly don't handle parens 3 FED, which is triplets. But I do just handle strings and notes. So let's get this much going. XTTT KD. So I'm going to say my file starts with this. Let's just say we've matched. I think I want to say we're kind of a higher level parse. We're matching an X line. So if the line starts with X, yeah. So we're really, let's see. It's really other stuff, and then eventually you see an X line, and once you see that, then you should see a T line, one or more, and a K line, and the notes. This stuff. So I think what I want to do is loop through my file, and my first state is I'm kind of in an expecting tune state. And I'm going to skip any line that doesn't start with X colon until I get to a tune. There's probably rules about white space, blank lines, and stuff like that preceding the X, but we'll just ignore everything for now. I do want to get closer and closer to the full format, but it really is just too massive for me to deal with in one go. And this kind of minimal version is getting me closer to what I want to do with this Parsons code thing anyway. Okay, so I think what we are is we'll read a line. We will skip it if we're looking for an X colon, starts with X colon. And if it doesn't, we skip it. And if it does, then we then we switch to a different state, which is looking for t colon, and then we switch to a state that's like t or k colon. I don't know. Can I draw this? Well, let's name these states. Looking for x. Looking for how about required x, required t, optional t, required k, and I'm going to say required notes, and then we're back to required x. Maybe it's require x, require t. Okay, so this one is totally optional. 0 or more. Okay, you must have an x, you must have a t. Okay, so our thing is going to take multiple lines, and if it finds an x line, it's going to call the x parser, the reference number parser, and store the result in a new builder, which we haven't created yet. And then it's going to find a t line. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the test, this is really kind of the file test. So I'm going to say function, whoops. Wait, what's going on there? I deleted something. Okay, make sure that works. Okay, I want to test finds x line, then builds. Okay, so I'm going to test just the front of this for now. I'm going to give it okay. That's my input. I'm going to say input dot, I don't know, there's a way to split this into lines. I don't know if that's the best way to go here. Really, I want a stream of lines. Yeah, simple as that. I shouldn't need to do that. There's a function that does it. Okay. Yeah, that might be better. think we'll start there. Okay. Okay, and I want to say ABC parser dot maybe it's like find tune. And give it the lines. Reference number, I'm making this up, should be well, do I want to do the reference number, or I want to get the, maybe it's make tune. I'm thinking the result is a builder. Okay, so let's say result dot make tune should be, I don't know. It's too much. Let's just assume it's just result for now. I think we'll improve this, but it's going to be a tune builder. Tune builder reference number 27. Okay, so ABC parser fine tune given lines. This probably should be find tunes given lines, and then result I'm going to say there's one tune. And we're going to get it there for now. Okay. All right. ABC has no fine tunes. Okay, so I'm going to say, this is getting big, but okay. So let's put a public function on there, find tunes. And it takes a sequence of lines and it produces a tune, an array. I guess it's got to be an array of tunes. I don't know why I can't figure out sequence. Cannot specialize type. Unnamed parameters. Well, okay, yes. Lines is sequence of string. Okay. Let's return empty array for now. Okay, so find tunes. You give me a bunch of lines, the lines of a file, as a sequence, which turned, how do I create a sequence? Is it like that? How's it know there's strings? Okay, let's make the tune class. We'll do that for now. Okay, is that? Sorry. Okay. Yes, bar. Argument tune. Okay, tune must be equatable. Argument passed to call that takes no arguments. I thought we could do it that way, but okay, let's do init. Oops. Oh, nice. Okay. I don't think it's been doing that for me lately. All right. It does not conform. Do you want to fix it? Yes. Okay, I don't know if that'll work the whole way through, but that gives us something. All right, now, instance member fine tunes cannot be used on type ABC parser. Does not. Let's do that. Okay. All right, I think that's going to fail. Well, not quite that hard. ABC parser has no member fine tunes. Oh, I still haven't fixed this. No. I shouldn't have to do this. Get out specialized prototype. Well, what I'm passing is a sequence. That's okay. My conformance, yes, but how do I reference it? Okay, let's see what sequence does. maybe I'm, I don't know, maybe I'm after the wrong type here. Let's see, Swift docs. Let's find collections. Array. You think it would conform to something else? That's not helping. Creates a new collection using elements of a sequence. Init s where s of sequence self-dot element equals. I don't know. Maybe I can find collection. Conforms to collection. Maybe that's what I want. No, I just need the sequence protocol. I guess past sequence of lines is any kind of sequence as a function parameter. Okay, that sounds like what I want to do. Yeah. Do with generics. Okay, let's see if we can get a failing test here. That's failing all right. Okay, what's the problem? Index out of range, yes, because we passed an empty array back. Okay, I think we have a failing test. Whew. This is a good point for a break. So let's take about a 3-minute break. We'll come back and start implementing this to produce. I think we'll take slow steps here, but we'll get a value back and make sure our asserting is right, and then fill in the rest. All right, see you in about 3 minutes. All right, welcome back. Okay, so we left off. We're doing this case. We're going to have input, not an X, blank line, comment line, then finally get to the X 27. And we expect to get a kind of minimal tune back. And that's relying on fine tunes to do a job. And what I want it to do is I want it to run through the lines and take into account the state per this. And I can, maybe this is, I don't know, this is really like look for X. Okay, so I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna start with parse state. And I'm gonna make a case look for X. And let's just start there. Okay, so var state equal look for X. Okay, and then I guess for each line, I'm gonna do something, and I'm gonna build a result. I guess we can start with the result, and its type is array of tune. Okay, and we'll return result at the end. And I'm willing to be write some pretty ugly code for the moment. Okay, so cannot find look for X. Oh, dot. Okay, so I'm saying my state is look for X. Okay, fine. Parse state dot look for X. And then I'm going to read a line, and then based on the case, or based on the state, I'm going to do something. Okay, and okay, we got to do a break. Okay, so this, let's see, basically it's looping through lines. So I think even though it does nothing on each line, it's gonna get back to the same thing we do. Okay, so I'm just running tests. It should fail. Yeah. Okay. Why it wants to run the test over here, I don't know. But I'll try it this way and see if we make sense of it. Okay. All right. So if I'm looking for X, if not line starts with X, then well, if it doesn't start, if it doesn't start with X, I don't want to do anything. I'm just skipping that line. If the line does start with X, T.element has no member starts with. Okay, so where string? No. Div type string has no starts with. I kind of don't believe that. Oh, okay. Starts with. Okay. If line starts with X, then I want to do something. Well, I need to parse it. Okay, and then so we're going to call that ABC parser reference number parser. Okay. Let's get the overall parser going here. All right. I want to get to a passing result first here. Let's hard code this a little bit. Let's make a tune reference number 27. Okay, so now I should be passing. No. Written following the declarations type. I don't know why that's ambiguous. Fine tunes. Okay, fine tunes produces a tune. Still confusing, huh? Okay, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna make this take array of line. Array of string. Okay. Yes. Now, why are you ambiguous? Cannot convert string.subsequence to array of substring to expected type array of string. Is that going to work? Okay, let's make this substring over here then. Array of substrings, and I will fix that eventually, I think, but get working. Build succeeded. Okay, test should succeed then. No. Result count 1 is not equal to 1. Oh, I don't know why I keep getting not equal. Okay, now let's, we got our parser. Okay, if the line starts with an X, we want to say parser.reference number parser.parse line. And that produces, it produces an int optional. Let's just say reference number equals that. Okay. Oh dear, parse results. This is gonna be a pain. ignore that. Okay, there, I'm not going to worry about remaining. Okay. Else. Oh boy. All right, let's just print for now. X parse failed. Okay. I may need some. I may need to do something about all that, but let's get it straight first. Line is not characters, right? Is that the problem? Okay. Cannot convert value of substring to subsequence, aka substring, into array slice of character. Ugh. You can say array from a sequence type. Okay, let's try that. Okay, assuming we get here. No. Cannot convert array of substring of elements, aka array of character, to array slice. Okay, can I do array slice of line? Guard body must not. Okay, let's just return. Return. Well, let's return nothing. Okay. Now, if we get here, we found an X line, we found the reference number, and we're going to have it on the way out. Let's do this. Whoops. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm trying to kind of fake one piece into place. So I'm getting the reference number out. This should pass. Oh, I'm going to have to. Okay, I'm going to take a shortcut again. This is such a big piece. Range. How does it pass this line and not the other? Zero is not equal to 1. Okay. Let's break. X parse failed. Oh. Okay, line starts with X. Can I print the line? X, 27. Okay, let's run this far. Not an X. Okay. Step over. Comment. Good. Okay. Line starts with X. Reference number dot parser array slice of line. Okay, let's step in. Let's look at the result. 2.7 success. Okay, that returns the int string. Yeah, well, I'm confused because it looked like it had everything there. The parse coming from here, when it did its thing, it should have 2 and 7, and then build X reference should turn that into an int if it can. Okay, I'm gonna run again. Okay. Okay, so that's going to return the int from that. Mapper value remaining returns success. Okay. Swift character, Swift optional, Swift int. So that looks like it's okay. Input should be what we, expected. Okay, so the bind parse returns the parser function. That looks successful to me. X parse failed. Okay, let's split this up a bit. Okay, so I'm going to let parse result equal this. Okay, so if it's successful, it gets the reference number, ignores the remaining. Otherwise, it prints the parse failed. And let's print result. Okay. Okay, so we build the reference value. $27. Success of reference. Oh, no. Reference number is nil. Maybe I have to pull that out and then store it. Parse result is success, so this success should assign reference number. Okay, let me make a new variable. Okay, step over. Parse result success. Step over. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oof. Pull reference number from parse. Wow. Okay, I'm not really super happy at this point. Okay, so state was never changed. Yes, that's true. This, though. Yeah. I mean, this is just so much work to do for one thing. I guess what I'd like to do is I want to pass something. I want to pass the line in, and I want this function to return the parse value or throw. Okay, so let's extract that. I'm going to say parse it. We'll work on names. I got to get this thing straight in my head first. So parse it. It's going to take some stuff and it's going to produce some stuff. Okay. And I think it's going to be, I don't care what, but that's what it's going to produce. Okay. And it also throws. Okay. So the argument, it certainly needs the line, which I think is a substring at this point. Okay, so let's take the line is a substring. It throws and it produces a T. Well, T has got to come from the parser. I think it's going to be like our test, right? It's going to, oops, I have it right over here. Like our check successful parse method. Okay, so parser is a cbind of T. Okay, so it needs that. Needs a parser, needs a line, and it produces a T. Okay. And the body of this is really the body of this. Okay. So we get a parse result from calling the parser on an array slice of line. Okay. Has no member reference number parser. Yeah, let's let this be result meaning equals parse result. Otherwise, now we're not going to return that. We're going to throw parse error do parse result dot? No. Okay. I guess I'm going to split it up this way. If it's not that, oh boy. Let's make a struct for it. Struct parse error. And it's going to have it's got a position. And it's got a message. Okay, it has a position and a message. Yes. Okay. So if this is I think I can do case let. Let case. well, result is what we want to return. So if we get it, that's good. All right, now case label. Can I do that? Oh, there's a way to assign this. I have a cheat sheet. I don't think it knows these new assignments, though. No. Ugh. Yeah, if with pattern matching. Oh, that's okay. If I gotta do if case let. Ugh. Yeah, I hate to have to. It's like I'm gonna create a can't happen thing. Okay. We'll do guard case again. Guard case failure message equals parse result. Else throw, well, okay. Because there's only two choices, success. Let's just do a switch. Ugh. Switch parse result. Case success. Do one thing, case failure. Do another. Okay, failure, we want to do this. Okay, I guess that's going to do it. Let parse result equal parser, but parse success, return that result. Failure does not conform to error. Oh. Okay. Should still pass. Oh, I didn't call it. Okay. They called it parse it. We got to do better. Okay. We're just going to do this for now. Okay. Okay. There's probably a better way to do this. I guess I could just do this. Just do reference number equals that. And then okay, let's put the exclamation here. Take it out here. I know I'm shortcutting something. Okay, we'll go back. Okay, in a way, it's okay because it's like the heart of the whole thing. But all right, I think now. We're still not getting result from this process. We save reference number. Okay. All right, so reference number is one of the things we got to save. Titles are another one. I don't know. I guess I got to build this up. I got to do this here. Okay, so I'm going to create it the tune then and there and return result. Oop, that should be inside. Oops. Try that. Okay, still state was never mutated. Okay, it's progress. I don't think we're. it's a pain. Okay, but what we've done is when we find the X line, we've created the tune with that line. Okay. Now I don't think this is the right moment. Maybe it's okay. Okay. Now, once you've found your X, we need to make the test bigger to look for the T. Okay. And I don't know. This is where I'm. All right, let's look at the test. As I find X and T line, then builds. Okay, X twice, T the title. Okay. Reference number 27, titles, the title. Okay. And tune doesn't have a titles. So let's add it. Starts empty. And let's add it here. Well, it can be optional. If you don't provide it, you don't need to. Okay, this should fail on the new line of the test. Oh. Okay, it should fail, doesn't. It's because we're equals. That's better. Well, we don't have a debug string, but we know what's going on. Okay. Um, that's maybe that's worth doing. Um, oops. Okay, I don't think we'll regret having a better message. I hope we do. TUNE-27. Nothing is not equal to TUNE-27. The title. Okay, that's more like it. All right. So we need to go deal with the title. Okay, where's our enum? So the next state we need to be in is look for X. Well, now we need to do require T. Okay. And the deal here is we're in state look for X. We find it. Then our state needs to update. Require T. Dot require T. Okay. Switch must be exhaustive. Yes. Fix that. Okay. And then for the moment, I'm just going to break. Okay. So we're going to come through, and this one, if it's not there, then there's an issue. And if there is there, we're going to deal with it. Okay. So this should still fail. I don't do anything with the new state. Okay. Yep. Okay. So now we're requiring the T. Well, we can assume the line starts with T colon. So let's let title equal parse it, and we're going to give it the parser dot, and then it's going to be the title parser. Title parser with the line. Okay. And yes. Okay, we will throw if it's an error. And if it works, we're going to take the result dot last. We know it exists because we couldn't get here otherwise. Dot add title. Okay, so I'm saying take the tune's already created. It's in result.last. We're going to call an add title method on it. Okay, and which doesn't exist yet, but now it will. Function add title, and it's title of string. And we're going to say titles.append title. Okay. Parse required title. All right. Now we're in a place where we can allow multiple titles. Let's skip it though. Let's just say we're not going to have multiple titles for now. Okay. And we're just going to go to right on to require K. So I'm going to extend the test a little further. Give it a key line. Key of G. I guess we said those did not seem to allow spaces. Okay. And this now needs to say the key. Well, is this a note parser? Oh, we had a key parser. Make keys. I know we have somewhere to look it up. I guess that's this thing. Make accidentals. I think this is accidental keys. Well, it's really more like make key signature dictionary, key signature. Make key signatures. Somehow I have to get a key, right? Here's build key. Build key, taunt character, accidental character. Oh, the key parser is going to give us the key. All right, where's the key parser? Make key parser cbind of key. Okay, so I don't have to worry about what it is. I just have to make a key. Name of G. Accidentals are notes. Okay, I might be better off looking it up somewhere, but okay. Expected colon and dictionary literal. We don't have a key here yet. Note F sharp. Okay, whoops. Extra argument key, okay. Yeah, fix those. All right. Key goes on tune. Okay. Let's start with C and an empty array is our default. Let's do this. Our key and key of key equals key of C. Don't know if I can do this. Instant memory is a default parameter. Oh, can I do static? Okay, this should fail. Might fail to build. No? Index out of range. The result is empty. Empty array. Okay. Something happened in our parser, I guess. Look for X, require T. Index out of range. Oh, yeah, okay. The test has the G line. We don't handle that yet. Okay. So after you match the T, we need to say that the state should now be required key K. And that's a new state. Okay. And the switch needs to handle it, yes. Okay, require K. Let's just do a break and make sure things are looking like they're feeling properly. Build failed. I always forget the dot. Okay, unexpected pass, yeah. Because once again, we're not comparing the key. I hope key is equatable. I think it is. So this is one of those times where making sure it fails and fails for the right reason pays off. TUNE-27 title equals title. We don't have the key in their debug string. TUNE-27 key of C is not equal to TUNE-27 key of G. Good. All right. And we're not doing any parsing, so that's believable. Okay, so let key equals, try parse it. Parser dot key parser. And set key to key, and we don't have that yet. Missing argument. Oh, yep. Line. Set key key. Okay, so we need a set key on our class, tune class. And that should take care of it. Cool. Did I bump a breakpoint here, or did it have a problem? Oh, F#5 is not equal to F#4. Okay. That makes me think I want to get the key that's already built, because they're what's interesting. Let's see what we got. I think, oh no, that's, I really want something that's string to key. Let's see, build key. Tonic, character, and accidental. This octave being different is problematic. I don't think we're paying that much attention to it. Let's put it there for now, but oh, it doesn't go there, huh? It should be on our parser, right? Sorry, I'm getting myself lost again. Okay, where's the failure? Okay, so I'm just hard coding it to 5 for now. 5 is actually the right value, but I don't think I should be knowing that here. In general, I don't think I should be knowing as much about the tune structure as I do here. But, okay. Handle key in file. All right. Once you've parsed, let's just do AF. Okay, 3 notes may be more than I want to mess with, but I should find. Oh boy, I may be paying for some more problems. Okay, but I do want to find 3 notes. The way these are written, they are in octave 4, and I should have them as, I think I called it notes. I'm also thinking note may not be the right name. Here's note. Note. Okay, where's notes? This is, so this is an array of notes, basically. I've said they're a sequence. See, this is this structure is what the parsing code wants. It just wants to know kind of like what are the pitches. I think pitch might be a better term. A note, I think, is a concept that has like rhythm and it can have rhythm. It can have the touch, if it's staccato or not, or something else. And so I think that may be the wrong type for real. So I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna do some renaming in a minute here, but I guess I'm gonna say my answer in my test. Right, that's the first question. Well, I think he's gonna have. I'm gonna break these up. Title, key. He's going to have an actual tune. And this is notes. Oops. Assert equal. The tune should have tune : and then I think it should be a notes of an array. Okay. Let's say expected tune equals notes with okay, so it's AFG, so A note name A in key P to expected argument type int. Wait a minute. Note accidental octave and key. I may be wrong. Okay, this is F, and this is G. Okay. So we're at tune. Okay, so our tune object and our let's make our comparison. Tune. I don't know if that's equatable or not. I think we're going to make that optional. Tune. Not equatable. Okay. Let's find the constructor. Notes. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be. Oh, we're gonna have opportunities for cleanup. Okay, I should get a good failure. Yep. Okay, and the failure is our parser doesn't know about what should it do after it finishes parsing the key. Okay. And I think we're going to say the rest of it is notes. It's not really required, so I'm taking a shortcut, I guess, but okay. So if I do that, somebody should complain about my case statements. Good. Add the case. Okay. So require notes. We're going to try parse it. And we're going to have a set. Parse it. This should be notes parser. Line. Okay, we don't have a set tune yet. Expected type notes to expected argument type array of notes. What does notes parser give us? Oh, it gives us notes. Okay. Notes parser line. So this is just notes. And we still don't have a set tune. Okay, there we go. Tune. Okay, and this is back to the reason that we don't do anything with it, I think. Ooh, maybe not. Let's find our parser for that. Notes, we parse it, notes parser, and we set the tune. Did not find expected value. Okay. That gives us a place to stop. So we have a failing test to pick up with tomorrow. The problem is the message is pretty weak, but it's failing on that this line, and we'll look tomorrow and figure out why is that messing up. So tomorrow it's at the same time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern time or 6 p.m. UTC, and I think we will be able to parse a basic tune by the end of tomorrow, I would expect, and I think we'll probably be able to parse a set of tunes. We need to really handle more than one line of tune as well. I don't know. I feel a little buried already, so I think we need to kind of clean up what we have before we extend it too much, though. But I think we'll be there. So thanks for joining today, and I hope I catch you in the future.